ça.
Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to the 2019 Alice Hrebesky Memorial. It is the final quarterfinal of the night, and Jakub Vimala starts off winning a draw, well, getting the draw on the violation for the home side. LCC Custodes, Dominic Pesek in the red with the white castle trim. Across to Jiří Loškat. His shot is stopped. Krivold, and Krivold's going to take an early penalty as Nick Krivold gets up onto him. Onto Loškat, and the Alberta Warriors in their double blue going right to left will face a manpower advantage just 30 seconds into the game. I'm Steven Stamp. Welcome to the tournament. Hope you're all coming back and enjoying things. And the Mega Man have replied to me on Twitter. Seeing the score sheet, seems I got it right. Never doubt the LCC stats, ladies. Excellent point. So the Mega Man and I were a little confused, but it didn't matter as Glasgow wound up winning the game, moving on to the semifinals. A huge win for them. And now the power play, Radotín at the top, rips one, but it is blocked there by Tanner Tassé, and John McMillan, who's been excellent for Alberta, in goal, grabs that ball, was about to make the pass to Joe Fowler, but some pressure from Jiří Loškat, and we're going to see if he can make it across the timeline. Just cutting across there was Dylan Johnston. .16 left on the penalty to Alberta as Cam Ellingson killed that. That shot well wide from the far side by Wheaton. Jordan Wheaton, who has 5 goals to lead the Warriors. He's right up there among the tournament leaders. Greg Beret with 4 goals and 3 assists for Alberta. Top scorers in 2 games for the Custodes are Thomas Knotek with 3 goals, and Dominic Pesek, number 29, their perennial star with 2 and 2. Jiří Kostal fights through and gets the ball, gets it back over center, but it's all for naught as the 30-second shot clock expires. Custodes are out on defense. Matt Spadafora, the face-off specialist and burgeoning offensive talent. Skip pass. There's Bray in the middle, can't quite get it to him. Polak with the loose ball win. We're going to say a little too much. And it will be Alberta possession. Jan Hulish, as they call him, their Czech import. With the Warriors, that pass doesn't get through to Beret. It's picked up. There's a chance ahead. Hodania. Radotín just off the leg of John McMillan. Great save, McMillan, on the breakaway. Picked up there. And Dean Wojciechowski will run into the offensive zone. Beret takes it. The little general looking for the pass through the middle. Somehow caught by Sean Wilhelm, or Brett Rayner, and then it pops away from him. Ellingson can't get it. Antonin Gottwald pushed down from behind, and Ellingson's going to get a penalty for that one. The ref Stash is pointing at Brett Rayner. He says, I wasn't even there. It's clearly Cam Ellingson with the push right in the middle of the back, and Rayner just happens to be standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. Either way, one of the Warriors heads to the box. And Custodes will try to get the first goal of the game on the power play. Pesek this time at the top. Lushkot and Prohaska, the two lefties. There's Prohaska. Scala's shot stopped. McMillan, great recovery to get back in position. And the Warriors will move the ball ahead. Eventually, it is picked up there by Ray Halderson. He makes it across the timeline with about a second to spare. Hands it to Greg Beret. There's 30 seconds left on the Alberta penalty. So the Warriors have been shorthanded for a good chunk of the first 4 minutes and change of this game. Ellingson, who should actually be in the box, swims through the defenders, but Martin Schruta trying to get it loose. And he does, comes up with the ball, and LCC goes on the attack. They've got 10 seconds left on the penalty. Probably not enough time to mount an attack and get a shot off without it being dangerous, as Raynar would be coming out of the box. So yeah, they'll just let that expire. Raynar comes to play D. Saved by McMillan on the shot. The big hit by Petr Popia. He gets the ball back but has it ripped away. Chris Buskus heads up D. And here comes Dylan Johnston. He's got Raynar with him. Almost got that pass through, but it just skips off the stick. And Jakub Marash, the Czech goaltender, will pick it up and make a pass out, and that is going to be an illegal body check call. I believe it's Pavel Popia going to the box. I think it's after this, actually, the penalty comes. Yeah, it's right there. And again, it may be a mistaken identity. I think it was actually Antonin Gottwald that was driving the player down on that play. And Popey just kind of came in late, but either way, again, it is a Czech player in the box from the LCC Custodes. The Warriors have been on the penalty kill. Now they're on the power play, and Greg Beret is stopped. Great save by Jakub Marash. Beret naked on the crease. Just couldn't quite squeeze it by. Kostal takes the ball from Vimala. Throws it over to Petr Popia. He runs by a couple of players, but the ball pops out. Joe Fowler gets position, rolls back behind him. I'm going to say a loose ball push that gives Custodes possession, and that will allow them to kill the final 18 seconds of this penalty. Popia bounces it across. That was actually a dangerous play, but Lushkot got it. Tassé almost had it. They're attacking immediately. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Murphy is up the floor, Matt Murphy. But Tassé couldn't get it to him. He had to avoid all the checkers first. Strong LCC forecheck. They play a very physical, very Canadian style game. And they're going to force a loose ball. Wilhelm goes after it, but eventually it's going to be Jaworski coming up with the ball. He's got Pesek with him, and Jaworski's going to shoot into the belly of McMillan. Not the execution he was hoping for. And I would tend to be inclined to give that ball to Dominic Pesek if I was running with it. Alberta comes back up the other way. Greg Beret gets a bit of a pick. Ellingson trying to open space. Spatafor goes to the far side. That one's tipped as it goes through. It's going to be Gottwald there first, but it gets away from him. Beret shoots. Two goalies basically, as Miroslav Polak was in on the far post, taking away the far side. Beret goes behind the back at the buzzer, but the 30-second shot clock expires, and the officials will get together for a chat. We're nearing the midway point of the first half. And there's Polak just going to take the back post as Jakub Marash was caught out of position. He did get back, but Polak wanted to make sure he was covered in case he didn't. Tomas Prohaska goes to have a discussion, and he's going to go to the bench and say, nope, it's their ball. So the Warriors will get possession, and Sean Wilhelm will start with it. Bure down to Wilhelm. Bure cuts through. Vimala gets on him. Affects the shot, and Vimala will start with a long pass. He loves the outlet bomb. Here's Peshek. He's got Scala with him. Passes to him. Scala shoots off the crossbar. Is it up and under play? It is. So it'll be Custodes' ball. Peshek will start in the corner. He's going to throw it to Lushkot. He will now. And Peshek will circle around to the far side. Lushkot tries to hit the cutter, forcing that one through. Popia trying to get it. Now Lushkot will get it. Back up to Kustal. He shoots. Oh, that drilled an Alberta defender. Ray Halderson, he went down just for a moment and pops back up. Tough as nails is Ray Halderson. You can actually apply that to basically the entire Alberta Warriors club. They're a big bruising lot, very tough, and smart lacrosse players. Spatafora off to Bure. Gottwald slipped into space. That shot went through a bunch of people, went wide, apparently off the corner of the post. I couldn't see it at all. Luckily, the official in perfect position to make that call. It's a fresh 30 for Alberta. Collinson through. That almost got to Spatafora. Ball right down underneath the broadcast area. 10-second count tight. They just get across. Roman Seidel took an angle to stay away from pressure. And it almost cost him the 10-second count, but he did get over, and here's Prohashka. Trail managed Lushkot. Tried to get it to Peshek, didn't get through. Tanner Tassay comes up with it. Barak on him. Murphy is ahead. Tassay has some room, runs into it. Oh, and the shot hits usually Lushkot. But the ball takes an awkward bounce for Custodes. A great bounce for Matthew Murphy and the Alberta Warriors. They'll get possession. 12 on the shot clock as they slow things down. Bure with the fake. To the far side to Wheaton, doesn't connect. Custodes got here by winning their gold Group D. A tight win, 6-5 over Bundeswehr, and then a 5-2 win over the Turku Titans, a game that was closer than the score indicates. Lushkot, bouncer to Peshek. Watched by Johnson. Pass through the middle. Big hit by Halderson. He's going to get a check from behind for it on Popia. The winner of this game will face the Glasgow Clydesiders in the semi-final tonight at 9:10 local time, following the Tel Aviv versus Megamen semi-final, which is at 8:10. So a bit of a break in between. We'll have a little kids exhibition game. It's a lot of fun. I reffed it last year. Peshek's shot goes off the side of McMillan. Off to the side, off of McMillan. Peshek tries to tap it around. Popia shovels it ahead to him, and Peshek gets it. 40 seconds on the power play, and it's a fresh 30 for Custodes. Prohashka to Popia. Peshek back to Popia. Oh, great play by Krywald to knock that ball free, and then it's snagged there by Chris Sherbanek. Sherbanek will leave it for Spatafora, and there's a little bit more time on the shot clock than the penalty, so Alberta will be able to kill the rest of this man advantage. Raynar just running circles back and forth along the corner to try and kill the rest. Does so. Alberta's back to even strength. Custodes take the ball. We're 5-on-5. Lushkot will slow things down. Long bounce pass to Knotek. Haven't seen a lot of Knotek in this game. He had a hat trick in their first one. Hulish up top to Bure. Ellingson looking for someone. That will be Wilhelm for now, or Sean Wilhelm. Sidearm rip pass, but it's just a little too far for Beret. Snagged there by Roman Seidel. Throws the outlet pass. Yavorski waiting for the attackers to get out. And lobs it up to Peshek. Yavorski will go to the bench. No, he's going to set a pick and roll in. And now he's heading over to the bench with 10 seconds on the shot clock. At that point, I probably would suggest he might have wanted to stay. Peshek, low shot, gets through McMillan, but he gets just enough to spin it away. We are within 2 minutes of halftime, still scoreless. What a battle between these two teams. Big pick there by Brett Raynard, just a little bit too much. Outlet pass just behind Barak. Matej Barak can't catch it. And it's picked up by Sherbanek. He'll go around behind the net. Here comes Wojciech. Hands it to Ellingson. Beret's bouncer swallowed up by Marish. 1 minute to go in the half. Vimala passed it a little away from him, and it's going to be turned over. Hulish will run it ahead. Not sure if they were trying a hidden ball trick there. Hulish left it for Spatafor, and he just put a bit of a soccer dummy on, running past it. But Spatafor now has it, goes to Beret. They've got 11 on the shot clock. Ellingson can't catch the pass. Vimala goes into the corner after it. I believe an Alberta player went through the crease to get it. Here's Gottwald. Shot misses. Comes back out to him, but too far. It's picked up by Dylan Johnston. 15 seconds, in the half. Timeout taken by Alberta. McMillan was heading towards the bench, asking if they wanted to get a sixth attacker. We'll see if they do. He is strolling over, but he could just be getting a drink of water and heading back. Right now, McMillan's still standing on the floor, not heading into the bench. The Custodes defenders don't even go to the bench to have a discussion. They just stay and talk among themselves. It'll be Vimala and Schruta up top. The man in the middle is Roman Seidel. And then down low, Martin Hodania and Miloslav Polak. McMillan has stayed on the bench. We've got 6 attackers: Beret, Spatafora, Ellingson, and Wilhelm, 4 righties. Then they go with Raynard there with the ball, and Wheaton is down low, the other lefty. Cutter, Ellingson catches it, gets the shot off. It's off the foot of Yakamarish, a shot at the empty net. It's going to be well wide, just hits the point bench sign. That is it, a scoreless first half in our final quarterfinal. 0 for the Custodes, 0 for the Alberta Warriors. I'm Steven Stamp. We will take 3 minutes and we'll be back with the deciding half after this break at the 2019 Alice Hrebesky Memorial. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. It's time to decide our final semi-finalist. We've got 15 minutes to play, and eventually either LCC Custodes wearing their red with the white castle trim going right to left, or Alberta Warriors in the double blue going left to right are going to get a goal. Jakob Vimala for Custodes, Matt Spatafora for Warriors, and Spatafora pulls it out, heading for the net. Hodanya, nice job to get back, and then the pass is thrown away. Vimala knocks it down. He's going to run the floor. Vimala, big, strong, athletic young athlete, and smartly stays on the floor to provide an outlet for Dominik Pesek. Now he heads to the bench for a change. A little underhand sweep shot by Jiří Kostal. This one's swallowed up by McMillan. Boy, Todd McMillan's been good. So has Jakob Marish. Alberta Warriors got here. They beat the Istanbul Sultans 6-1 in their opening game of Gold B play, but then lost in a shootout to Megamen, an epic battle, losing 5-4. What a great game that was. So they had to go and play a play-in. They played the Wolves, took them out 6-1. So they are facing back-to-back local Radotín teams, trying to eliminate both of the hometown hopefuls in succession. Pesek goes to the net, back door. He had Knotek on his offside. He couldn't catch the pass, so it didn't matter if he was going to have a good shooting angle. McMillan pounces on that loose ball. A bit of a scrum and rumble down in behind the net. Vimala running up, if Joe Fowler gets it just in time, and he will run ahead. Fowler having a strong tournament. Leaves it for Hulish. Bure, he's going to shoot. That one's blocked. Hit Polak out front. 7 on the shot clock for Alberta. That pass was almost knocked down, but Raynar gets it across to Wilhelm. That behind the back pass is off, or shot is off the post, but it goes straight out to Martin Schruta. He's got Pesek off the bench. I don't know if the Czechs meant to do that, but their first two players off the bench were righties when they're in the position where you'd think a lefty would be coming, as it was Pesek and then Barak. Pesek will shoot low, saved by McMillan. McMillan's just seeing the ball so well. Matthew Murphy comes up with it. Chased by Barak. Ellingson's the first man off the bench. Murphy's got a chance. Foot save, Marish. It's going to fly all the way to the far end of the floor into the Custodes bench. Bounce up into the stands where it's tracked down by a fan. He tosses it down to a kid sitting along the rail who's very excited to get that ball. But is he hanging on? So far he's hanging on to it. No, he's reaching out. He's giving it back to the team. That is a community-spirited child. Here comes Vimala. He's got Skala with him. Oh, it's Jaworski. Again, he shoots on his offside, and again, the pass was the better option. Got a few drops of rain spattering on the plexiglass in front of me here. There have been some thunderstorm warnings, some risks of rain, so we'll see what happens as we go along. Raynar up to Spatafora. Weather's been fantastic to date. Backdoor attempt. Raynar to the far side, and great save going post to post by Marish as Wheaton was right there to try and tap it home on his offside. But Ray shoots hard. That's off the boards and up into the stands on this side. 3 more minutes gone without a goal here in this final quarterfinal. Fowler up to meet Seidel right at center. He's got to get across. Nicely throws it ahead to Kristal. Petr Popia. Pesek watched by Fowler. Takes a shot that may have been intended as a passer to get a reset. Knotek pinning his man. 5 seconds gone in the 10 count. Alberta's got to get ahead. Johnson hustling up. Makes it across. No, they're going to say a 10 count. It was very close, and Johnson just didn't make it. He had to just sprint up. Great work by Knotek to cause some of those issues. And then Johnson just didn't have time. He was going for all he was worth. Had no one he could pass it to. There was nobody up ahead over center. It was his only option. Now Johnson will take the outlet pass. That one bounces away from him, but he sharply goes and gets it. Stays on his side of center. Solid shift by Johnson, but he's a bit tuckered. He's going to go and get a well-earned rest over on the bench. Hulish to Spatafora. Ellingson going underneath, saved by Marish. Someone gets in the way of his stick. Is that going to be? They're going to say no goal. There's a player in the crease. Oh. Not sure exactly what the call was, but I know Marish was trying to get the ball with his stick, and there was a leg in the way of it, which led to it still being loose to be knocked into the goal. But it's waved off. Petr Popia tracks this one down. Joe Fowler on him. Fowler's coming way up near center, and now he retreats, gets right back into the lane, get on Scala. Huge hit coming across the floor by Jeff Wright, flattens Scala, and behind the net, there's another Custodes on the floor. Joe Fowler takes the outlet pass. Alberta bringing the heavy hitting in this game. Wheaton's shot, high and wide. Wilhelm withstanding some checks from Vimala, and then Schruta. Beret has to track that one down. Vimala on him. 2 seconds to get a shot off. Rips it. We've seen him scoring plenty of those. He's upset with himself that he missed the net on that one. Wanted to get, if not the goal, at least a reset, but he goes off the boards and all the way down the length of the floor. Prohashka. He's going to try and track down his own loose ball after it bounded off the backboard. Koshtal behind the net. Dunk attempt. It's good. Knotek got McMillan going to his right, went to the goalie's left, and backhand dunked it in. Knotek, I said we didn't see a lot of him in the first half. He's coming to the fore in the second and has the first goal of the game. You can see he gets McMillan going one way, and he's so quick to change directions. Hard fake that way. Oh, what a lovely goal by Thomas Knotek. Vimala, Spadafora. Violation against Alberta before the whistle was even, or before the faceoff was even about to be blown in. So Custodes get the ball.
Za LCC Radotín dal gól hráč číslo 21 Tomáš Knotek.
Little pick from Popia. Flick up to him. Popia's going to rip. No, he goes down low to Scala, to Barak. But Barak stepped in the crease on his way to get the ball, so that is a turnover. Krywalt will have it. He's just going to run ahead and then hand it off to Ellingson coming off the bench. Matthew Murphy. Wilhelm will just take the shot as he didn't see a lot of other options. It's touched as it goes. It was about to go over and back. Wouldn't have been an over and back, but the shot clock is going to expire on the Warriors, who trail 1-0 as we reach the midway point here of this fourth quarter final. Polak flips it over to Prohashka. Koshtal going on Halderson. Don't think he's going to run through Ray Halderson. There's Peshek. Hank Johnson with the defense on Peshek, whose shot was stopped by McMillan. He grabs the ball, hands it to his stick. Nice little deception on the no-look pass to Dylan Johnston. Jan Hulish. Beret, that one's wide. He's had a few shots take off wide on him there. Wheaton, checked by Yavorski. That shot goes wide, and that's up out of play just. There's only about 2 seconds left on the shot clock as he took that anyway. Gottwald runs it into the forecourt. Passes it ahead to Koshtal. Knotek is back on the floor, the hero of the moment. Popia, he wants to shoot behind the back pass instead. It's knocked down. Grabbed there. Tanner Tassay running the floor. He's got Murphy ahead. All kinds of pressure from Loscott. Great play to get it ahead. Penalty coming to Custodes. The kind of timing that looks like it could be an illegal substitution. Marish goes up to grab it eventually. It is picked up. We're actually going to have a slashing call on the back check. It'll be Jiří Loscott right there. I guess that was the one, is the big wrap check. Did make pretty solid contact with Tassay. He actually, on the replay, was a little shaken up as he went to the bench. So a glorious opportunity for the Warriors to try to get the tying goal. Raynar up to Beret. rips it. That one's off of somebody and heads wide. Won't be an over and back because it was touched. So Beret smartly waits till he's back on the other side of center and then lobs it ahead. He's in such a dangerous position. He picked it up earlier. Seidel knocks down that pass, and the big bump by Polak knocks the man through the crease. Ellingson, it was not an illegal check, so he can't go through the crease. It is a perfect call there. And Custodes get the ball with 30 seconds to kill. There's 5 seconds difference between the penalty clock and shot clock, so they won't be able to kill it all unless they can get a reset. Now they're going to get a fresh 30 there because that's a push from behind. Oh, actually, I think we have a boarding call coming to Ray Halderson. So 1 minute for Halderson, which means as the time expires on Lushkott's penalty, he is released. Will go join the power play. Halderson's minute will start now as play is blown back in. We're 4:20 from the end of the game, 2:20 from stop time starting. Lushkott,
1 minute penalty
Pesek.
for boarding.
Scholar tried for the one-timer, but wasn't able to maintain it. Gets the ball back to Pesek. 10 on the shot clock. Pesek. Sidearm rip just wide off the foot of McMillan, swatted away by Jeff Wright. The length of the floor goes to Johnston. He's all alone. He has 2 goals in the tournament. Oh, what a save. Penalty coming, and a penalty shot immediately signaled as Antonin Gottwald came back to check Johnston. Wow, great breakout by Johnston. Oh, and it's a cross-check in the side. The officials are going to discuss this. I didn't see whether the call was, not sure what the call was. Jakob Marish has to go to the bench to get his gear fixed. Time is stopped as the clock was still ticking away, but they've got to stop the clock as Marish has a problem with his helmet after Johnson came in there on that play. So Johnston is still out on the floor. Greg Beret, the captain of the Warriors, is out to discuss with the officials. Johnson standing on the floor makes it look like he thinks he's taking the penalty shot, but I don't think he has to. Here's the play. It's a cross-check on the side. I haven't actually seen the indication if they call it a check from behind or... I don't know what the call was. Johnston is still out there. The officials all conferring. Sorry for not being clear. I believe anyone can take the shot. I don't think it matters who the actual player who was fouled is. There are worse things for Alberta, though, than Dylan Johnston taking the shot. He has scored a couple of lovely breakaway transition goals in this tournament, and that's basically what this is. They're still working on the helmet of Jakob Marish. It's getting close to the point where he would have, well, they don't have a backup goalie, so I don't know if they have a backup helmet. Well, actually, maybe they, oh no, it's the kids down there. I saw somebody wearing a helmet that looked like a goalie helmet, but it's just one of the players for the youngsters game. Johnston picks it up. He's going to spread a little bit wide, not too wide. Comes in on Marsh. Marsh on his crease, on his line, and that's a goal. That's how the Warriors were cheering, but nobody else was. Their fans finally erupt as the hands go up. I thought it was in, but it was hidden behind the leg of Marish. That is a great shot by Dylan Johnson. You can see the mesh rippling. There's no question that ball is in there, and this one's really going to show it. Oh yeah, in and out in a heartbeat. So it's 5-on-4 with 17 seconds remaining in the Alberta penalty.
Scored by player number 5.
Spatafor almost had the face-off win, but instead it comes to Lushkott. 8 seconds left. I don't think Radotín will attack before the penalty to Halderson expires. We're into the final 3.5 minutes of this game. It's 1-1. Another great game. Here comes Halderson in the back of Popia, and there's a penalty coming, and that is just not a good decision. There's a shot by Pesek. Everyone kind of stopped. Play hadn't been blown down yet. And Halderson spent about 3 seconds of playing time on the floor. Check from behind. I don't think there's really much question about this one. It's not a vicious check, but it's a check right into the top of the numbers of Petr Popia. I don't think Popia battled to stay up on his feet, but there was enough impetus from Halderson to drive him forward. Certainly Popia was not averse to being knocked over when he felt the pressure. Probably heard Halderson racing in from the bench. Oh, Popia going after this ball. It's knocked away. Tassé comes up with it. Wrap check, almost a penalty there to Popia. He looks at the official. Tassé has to adjust his helmet as he runs up. Hrebesky has the ball and will hand it off to Ellingson. 36 to kill on the penalty. Wheaton. 1-1 the score. Thomas Knotek with the dive goal. Dylan Johnston with the penalty shot goal. That shot is going to roll over and back. It would have been 30 seconds anyways. They just took the shot late in the penalty. So 15, we're into stop time. 13:07 in, so 1:53 to play. 15 seconds left on the Custodes power play. And that stop time is a big difference here because they may have time to attack. Let's see if they go. It looks like they are. Scala cuts, Peshek follows, shoots, scores! Beautiful play. Custodes clearly had that one set. They knew exactly what they were running. And Peshek, so dangerous, buries it for the 2-1 lead on the power play goal. Lovely pass by Loshkot, and Dominic Peshek has great hands. A nice little seal there by Radek Scala, and McMillan can't quite get it. 1:41 to go. Vimala, Spatafora, lock on. You can see Vimala grinding his feet, sliding on the turf. Still battling. Vimala pulls it out. He's going after the ball, but he's got competition. Nick Krywoldt trying to get it. There's a bit of a push in the back on the loose ball. I believe this is going to be Custodes' possession. They will get the ball. Minute 27 to go. Lots of time. There are chances. Polak having a jaw with Spatafora and then gives Joe Fowler a push. All Fowler was doing was going out to play defense. Loshkot runs around the back, gets by Krywoldt. Peshek is up high. They get it to him. Ducks to the middle. Good defense. Great job by Fowler. Too far for Peshek. 5 on the shot clock. Oh, they got a chance there because Knotek had gone to the bench, or someone had gone to the bench. A defender did not come out, though, and Knotek was able to jump out onto the floor, but they can't quite get it on net. So Greg Beret and the Warriors have a chance into the final minute. Schruta on him. Beret so dangerous. Shooting or setting someone up. Passes across to Wheaton. Gets a bit of a pick. Hulis tries to roll off it. There's Ellingson driving through Schruta, puts his shoulder into Gottwald. The shot, that's going to be a crease violation now if he doesn't get out. Gottwald pushes his man out. Oh, is that a penalty coming? Antonin Gottwald, as Ellingson had lost his stick, was in the crease and Gottwald didn't like it, pushes him out. It's going to be an illegal cross-check call to Gottwald. Again, not a vicious play, but just not something you need to do. Ellingson gives him a little shove, and Gottwald just comes back, cross-checks him, and does it twice. And Jakob Marish goes to grab him, and Gottwald can't believe it, and that's not a very good decision by Antonin Gottwald, who's a very solid defender for Custodes, but
Radotín player number 5 on the
Seidel and Vimala up top.
penalty for illegal cross-checking.
Hodania and Polak down low. There's a pass to Beret, saved by Marish. Beret's in the crease, it's picked up. Polak is going to run out. Some space opens up. Timeout. Custodes, I think the entire bench was screaming timeout because they had nobody had gotten to the bench. Vimala was starting to head up. He was going to try and get to the bench, have a forward come off so that Polak had someone to pass to. But you could hear everyone. I think the entire bench and maybe half the crowd was screaming for that timeout. Here is the last chance right there, and that is Polak coming up with it. You can see Beret is in the crease as he rolled. So had they played it, it would have been a crease violation, but Polak came up with it. The save by Marish. It is 2-1. 37 seconds remain. on the Custodes penalty to Gokwald. And we've got just 10 seconds remaining in the game in regulation time. Loshkot will start with the ball. He'll run back, lob it way up in the air, which is going to eat up most of the time, and it gets away from Murphy. It's out of play. Hit the mesh, which is a bit of a bonus for Alberta. Wait, we have a penalty being called. That hurts a bit as Chris Buskus will go for a roughing penalty. He doesn't quite get it. Custodes still have a man out. I would oh, and that gives possession. So that's the game. As the Czechs will now get the ball. Saying Jakub Vimel will have to cross center. He's just going to stand there for 2 seconds. Ball comes out, doesn't matter. Custodes win a battle with the Alberta Warriors. What a great game on both sides. A valiant effort by Alberta, but the Custodes delight the home fans, advancing to the semifinal later this evening, where they will meet the Glasgow Clydesiders. So our next game will be the semifinal between Tel Aviv and the Mega Men. That is at 8:10 local time. And then at 9:10, the Clydesiders against LCC Custodes. Go for all the scores and schedules. Go to ahmemorial.cz. That's ahmemorial.cz. You can see all the scoring. You can see everything in there. And again, we will have the semis, and then we will have Memorial after dark to wrap things up. And you're going to see the Johnston goal. And then let's take a look at the winner. Beautiful play. Scala with the little pick. Peshek finds an opening, buries it. That was the game. It's 2-1 Custodes. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks for being with me, lacrosse friends. We'll see you shortly.
Now's your opportunity to explore, coach, and compete in one of the most unique leagues that the sport has ever seen. Contact Seth at lacrosse.co.il.
Viděli krásné čtvrtfinále, dobrý koncem pro domácí. Takže ve druhém semifinále 21:10 se utká LC Radotín a Glasgow Clydesiders. Máme zprávu z Černošic, kde tým Blues vedou nad Malšicema 2-0, takže doufejme, že to vydrží. A teď taková malá přestávka v zápasech. Máme tady ještě nejmenší